Did you know that adding pet-friendly features to your house can make it more sellable and more rentable? In today's market, pet owners are willing to pay a premium for houses that have features for their furry friends. And real estate investors that understand this and utilize this are cashing in and separating themselves from the pack. So today I'm gonna break down why pet-friendly houses sell for more, the best features to add, and how you can use this strategy to boost your property's value and your property's rent. I am definitely a pet lover. I have 3 dogs right now, actually 4. Me and my family are fostering dogs. We've had 9 extra dogs over the past 6 months now, where we have our 3 that we own and our 1 extra one that we are fostering. It gets adopted and we get another one. It's fun for us and it's nice to help, but people, especially millennials, absolutely love their pets and they are taking that into consideration when they're buying or renting. And you not considering that when you're putting up a rental or flipping a house is losing you money. Pet ownership is at an all-time high. Over 66% of US houses have a pet inside them, and that number is growing. I don't know the reason. Maybe it's because we're living online more and we're looking for more actual physical interaction, and there's nothing better than your pet. They're loyal and they're always there for you. The reason is unknown, but the numbers do not lie. There are more pets than ever, and there are going to be more pets than ever as we move forward. Buyers and renters are actively looking for accommodations for their animals. Now, of course, there are tons of different types of pets, but we're mainly talking dogs and some cats as well. I'm definitely a dog person over a cat person, but I'm not gonna hate on you if you're a cat person. You just must like the smell of gross cat pee. All right, so let's talk about the top pet-friendly features that home buyers and renters are looking for. Number 1, built-in pet washing stations. Many homeowners and pet owners, for that case, are getting sick and tired of having to wash their animal in the yard with the hose. What happens if it's cold? You don't want your pet outside in the cold, and you don't want to be outside in the cold. You might not even have a hose hooked up. Doing it in the bathtub, I guess, works, but it's kind of messy. The water gets gross. They're gonna shake and splash water everywhere, and the drain gets clogged up. You can do it in the shower, but again, it's just going to create a mess, and then you're gonna have to clean the shower. A dedicated pet washing station in the laundry room, the mudroom, or the garage is absolutely critical if you want to appeal to the most buyers. Because again, over 2/3 of people looking have an animal, and it's probably a dog. So not having one is actually alienating the vast majority of people. Installing a simple, basic, pet-friendly washing station will cost you anywhere between $500 to $2,500, so it can cost a little bit or a decent amount. However, it can increase the value up to 5%, which, depending on your price points, a lot more than the money you're putting into it. Aside from the increase in price that you may find is subjective or not, I have seen houses sell faster with these type of amenities. And when you're doing a flip, you're borrowing money to do the flip, or you're using your own cash and not using it for other things. So time is money. If you can sell your house faster, you will save money in holding costs and carrying costs. Therefore, even if you don't sell it for more, it's still worth doing. Plus, you're less likely to have them back out if they're all in because of a feature or 2 that other homes don't have. If the rest of the house isn't perfect and maybe the roof needs replaced or something, you have this, and this is going to be a good foundational piece for why they're going to want to make it work. Number 2, fenced-in yards and play areas. A fenced-in yard is probably the number 1 feature that homeowners with pets look for. And this doesn't just apply to suburban areas where there's a bigger yard. This definitely also applies to urban areas where having a yard is an amenity, and if you're able to fence it in, it might not be as expensive because it's probably smaller, and people in cities still like to have dogs and cats. These animals are most of these people's worlds. While their kids, if they have them, probably take top priority, pets are a close second place, and a lot of millennials are waiting a little bit longer to have kids, but they're not waiting longer to have pets. So having a safe area for them to play outside, get their energy out, and just hang out with them outside is absolutely critical. Having a secure backyard will increase the demand for your property. And guess what? If they have kiddos, they want them to be safe back there too and not run off into the street or run off into other yards. Fences aren't cheap. This is not like adding a little pet washing station. Depending on the yard size, it could easily be anything from a couple grand to $10,000 to $15,000. However, when you're selling your house, you should be able to recuperate most, if not all of that, and again, it will probably sell faster. If you're renting a property and you're a pet-friendly landlord, you're able to get a non-refundable additional security deposit for that pet if you choose, so you're able to get some extra money that they don't get back no matter what, because nobody has a pet in a property and leaves it completely without any effects of the pet. Anything from $50 to $100 a month. So you're able to recuperate the cost of putting in that fence pretty easily and pretty quickly if you sell it, but even if you rent it because of that security deposit and also that additional pet rent you're getting. Number 3, durable pet-friendly flooring. If you've ever owned a dog, whether small or big, you know that flooring is crucially important. Carpets are kind of nice because they're soft. However, a lot of dogs are not perfectly potty trained and they get sick and they have things coming out both ends. Carpets can be a little bit of a mess. Most of our houses that we sell and rent, we put in luxury vinyl planking. This is waterproof and scratch resistant. And a lot of people like the look. You can almost customize your color and go exactly with whatever look you're going for. And you have something that when a tenant moves out, with or without a pet for that matter, you can clean instead of replace. Because if they screw up LVP, they did something wrong and you're gonna be able to take it out of their security deposit. There are other options like tile flooring, which is going to be scratch resistant, as well as bamboo flooring, which is not as good as luxury vinyl plank in my opinion, but it's more scratch resistant than, let's say, hardwood. Luxury vinyl plank is becoming very common even in low-end, mid-end, and high-end properties, so don't be afraid to throw it in there. Whether you're selling or renting, I'm confident you're going to be able to get more rent or sell it for more by having this hard, durable surface for the aesthetics, for the kiddos, but also for the pets. It can cost about 2 times as much to put in over carpet depending on the type and quality of what you're putting in. However, again, when a tenant moves out, you are cleaning and not replacing. It will overall end up costing you 30 to 40% less on that flooring over several years of ownership. At least that's what we're seeing. Number 4, built-in pet doors and smart pet features. Pet doors can be a bit of a pain to install and they're not always very aesthetically pleasing. However, that has changed a lot over the past couple years. There are the traditional pet doors that just have a flap that goes open and closed when your pet goes through them, but not every pet wants to do that. There are doors out there now that you can put a little RFID tag on your pet's collar that it will slide open when they get within a couple feet of it and it will slide closed when they go past it. So it's something that's a little bit cleaner looking, a little bit nicer looking, and you don't have to deal with this flap opening and closing all the time and getting wear and tear on it and not really looking the best and having your pet plow through it. You can also put in built-in pet feeding stations. We have one of these at my house. We have the food in the laundry room in a cabinet that all you have to do is click a button and it dispenses it into the bowl below. We also have one of those pot filler things where you just pull the lever and water comes out just like over a stove. It makes it super convenient and easy to feed the pets, and it honestly doesn't look bad. And lastly, a lot of homes have security cameras installed so people can check in and watch on their pet during the day. Now, I don't think you need to do this for a rental property unless it's a high-end rental property, but for a flip, I absolutely love this. Overall, I'm confident that if you put some of these features into place, you will get a higher sales price, sell it faster, which will put more money in your pocket, and get higher rental income by having something in demand as well as an additional security deposit and more pet rent. And landlords that allow for pets and have a pet-friendly home have a 30% less chance of having vacancy, meaning somebody move out. And vacancy, not having a tenant, is the #1 expensive part of owning rental property. If you own a pet, let me know if you would like to have some of these features in the comment section below. And if there's any other features that I missed that you have seen in homes that are pet-friendly, throw those in the comments too and let's have a conversation. If you appreciate this video and learn a little bit, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you on the next one.